having to just really have that big fortress, swapping defense over defense with the Cypher and the Deadlock. It is going to be quite the challenge to try and clear everything all out, unless you have something that is able to destroy that with either the Sova. You do have your Pain Shells as well from Kelly S and Jing. I'm excited about this. Kelly S versus Jing as well. The double raise. We'll start here as Global Zipto is going to start on defense and Paper X on the attacking side.
All right, well, for now, looks like PRX anticipating a massive push out from Connector. None to be spotted there. Instead, it's going to be a double walk up as Shower Orb about to be taken. Swing coming through, and 2 kills quickly going to be collected. The Sheriff now upgraded over in towards Forsaken's hands as the full wraparound starts coming in here from Global Zipto, desperately trying to get themselves over towards the A site, but Jing already positioning in deep. Wall going to be set up here from the barrier mesh. That's going to flush them over in towards heaven. And getting out from here going to prove to be pretty damn difficult. Sensor set up as the Molly. Oh, not quite going to bounce up to where they wanted. But it's all good.
Yeah, it's okay. It's still a funnel onto heaven. They don't have to worry about anything else.
Push out, something collecting 1, ignores the boom bot, turns back down for it. Something once again off to a hot start here with the fade. The 3K in the pistol as Paper X pull off a flawless.
Yeah, Paper X, they're definitely accelerating the pace, starting from Pearl. Just not allowing any sort of quietness or silence before the storm. They stack up, immediately saw catching, Global Zipto off guard, trying to get the orb, and the rest is pretty much history, having that big numbers advantage and having an incredible post plant with the Deadlock. The meshes and the sonic sensors can be proven to be deadly, especially if Forsaken remains alive after. Part 2.
Part 2 indeed. Crystal around the corner. Just the classic in hand. And, oh, well, it's not Jing with the Spectre. It's something with the Ghost. Finds that elimination. A-site once again going to be broken open. Cam spotting out multiple players. Will just get cleared as... Let's see what Mary can make happen. Angel's going to be lobbed in. Oh, and Jing is rushing in towards backside. And giving over his life. There's a couple little odd plays come through. End up losing out on Tara as well as Jing, who looked to try to get a little bit more aggressive. But it's another 3K for something with a Ghost in hand. Why does he use any other weapon? I don't know. But he's up 6-0-1. And Paper X now have 2-round victories behind them.
He doesn't need a Spectre, doesn't need that Sheriff. Ghost is all something needs. Even 2. Wow, okay. It is towards that big operator buy. And 2 orbs left for Nightfall again. These numerous frags just leading up to a big ult economy. Now this, I wonder if they're ready for this over and long.
We shall see. Pivot over. There's the jiggle peek. There's the shot. Something says, surprise, I didn't buy the last 2 rounds, and now I have an operator. Immediately finds value. Just, I mean, stuffing Crystal out at the start of these rounds. That is a brutal thing to be doing here to Global Zipto, just given how dependent they've been on him, having consistent fragging power. Kelly is able to find 1, though. Something taking down the operator on the floor for the moment. Boom bot. Ooh, spots out 1. Kelly S as the smoke spawns. Good to find 1. Looks for a little bit more here to Forsaken, but Anari able to push their way forward here towards the edge of Hookah. Tara, the Molly at the ready. Can bank it off the wall. Trying to go for the delay. Meanwhile, Kohibi trying to open things up a bit. The Molly is in play, but it's all down to Tara now on her lonesome. A couple players low on HP. Alexi just around the corner. The defuse getting started. Poppy at full HP. The swing out of the smoke, and Alexi snappy with a headshot. Puts them down, and the operator ends up being lost. Maybe recoverable. Looks like yes, they do have it there.
This fight
as
isn't over.
Global Zipto not allowing for a bonus conversion this time around.
Yeah, that was a little bit scary knowing that, Crystal, you mentioned it, constantly being the victim of first blood in 3 rounds in a row. And constantly being found. If not in baths, though, surprise, I moved on to long, and yet you guys are still here. Paper X, though, able to build up that aforementioned Nightfall. And you know something? Any gun that he carries definitely still a threat to still behold. And now Bath's fight once more.
Swing out. Kelly's able to go ahead and utilize that carried over operator to at least trade it back down their fade. Cypher gone on the opposite side. Neri holding. Do they realize?
Oh my.
How's even gotten to this position? Either way,
Definitely
I'm not sure if they're
jumped.
going to be able to read this one at all.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one to try to crack and suss out there. Is swing out. Elias able to find one. Showstopper drawn through. Finds the third. Looks for Tara. Can't quite make it happen. Something now trying to strike. Caught up by the tripwire that he had gotten past the first time. Spike is going to be brought over as the Nightfall comes through. Cage Pop and Prowler on the hunt. The swing out into the open. And now just holding their ground is able to find the elimination. Plant can come in. Molly, as well as the orbital strike, still online here for Tara. Versus Crystal just backpedaling, trying to get situated over towards elbow. Swings the corner out to safety fast enough. But Crystal reads this wisely. Is slowly creeping up from behind, and there is no read here from Tara at all. But now we start playing Ring Around the Rosie a bit. Can Tara get themselves out towards the doorway fast enough? The answer is going to be no. Patiently, Crystal, it pays off. Finds the kill, gets the defuse, will be tied up at 2-2.
Gotta love that decision making coming from Crystal on these 1v1s. You know, not knowing that you had the time, knowing where it was planted in the first place, process of elimination. I'm not gonna tap the spike to not reveal my position, and just being much faster when it comes to that movement. But, you know, you get to see the early fights, Kelly, yes, getting a lot of these frags to boil down to a 1v1. We even saw something having to sneakily go past the tripwire and into hookah. But unable to carry the kill off of Veneri. There's a little bit of a delayed kill, but it's PRX back on this eco. Jing with a Bucky. Really excited to see where he's going to send himself flying, and it could be towards A.
Something's just white swinging with the sheriff, and he's outgunning Kelly S. Takes him down from top of truck. Finds that one. Orbital strike going to be committed in towards back sight, hoping that they had walled somebody into a corner. They have not. Lexi here at Shower is still able to find one. He's going to be taken down, but something comes up with yet another. As this is just a classic PRX round. Press W, rush it down, and come away with a thrifty win to regain the lead. A weapon needing to be passed over. Oh, dear. Well, I think they might have gotten it there at the very end.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. And looking at the replay, we're like...
I like that we have basically not heard a single peep or like not many facial expressions out of something this entire time.
Yeah.
And now he just made it an amazing GIF.
Very true.
Hopefully somebody gets to making that one. There is, oh my goodness. Let's focus on Jing, blast packing over to the side, not paying attention to something, and Tara getting absolutely destroyed by the paint shells. Now they're on to Kelly S. Jing deafened for the moment. Sends out his own nade, but similar scenes to the previous round, but this time it's Global who are looking to shut them down and pull off a thrifty of their own.
It's quite a possibility. They are going to get funneled through hookah, which is just infested with Zipto members.
Luminary. A little bit of damage found there. They're on the Prowler. Well, I'd be very much worried about that push from behind.
Ooh.
He's going to try to creep forward. Close the gap here. Judge in hand. There's the reveal. More than enough. As it now falls to Kohibi to once again try to pull off a miracle clutch.
Annihilation.
Taps for the plant. Hears the footsteps. Knows that Crystal's going to be here.
30
lab
seconds left.
goes for it once again, but Crystal remaining stagnant. TP in from behind, and as they go for the swing, Crystal is a little bit too fast on the draw. Finds the shot, and we stay tied up at 3-3.
Yeah, not even needing the annihilation. It's thrifty after thrifties, and it all started here with this, with his paint shell kill with the 2K. Unable to find the trade-off of Kelly Yes, and things were just falling apart one by one. But again, gotta hand it to something. Constantly cycling through a lot of these weaponry. It's a gun showcase for something. Back to the operator we go, and long will be the point of contention.
Rush shot from Jing, trying to catch a Neri here. Swung out wide, but instead it's just going to be clear the cam.
There.
All out from Crystal. Just cutting off access here on short. No one peeking out, giving any kind of opportunity there to something.
So much to clear out. No information just yet. They're all so pulled back on the side of Global Zip, though. Now it's forcing the timer to run through as PRX needs to sort of select where to go.
Okay, there's the trip. Spotted out by the Prowler. This time, not able to quite secure anybody in behind it. As, ooh, Kelly.
I know exactly
Yes, just
where.
staying quiet, trying to retreat. Should be able to get away from this. The showstopper will have expired by now, but does still get spotted out. As the paint shells go his way, gets darted, tucks back into the corner. He's able to stay alive, but 3 players left alive. Annihilation here from Crystal. Does he just send it to try to find an opening pick? There's a couple key standard positions that you would expect to spot somebody at, but given the players falling to the wayside, maybe can't commit it here. And especially now that he's on his lonesome, I think it would be a bridge too far. Time just not quite on their side here. Crystal going to see if he can get any additional value. Knows that the economic situation for PRX still not too great, but ultimately will have to just back away. Picks up the Vandal, goes to separate ways. PRX once again continuing to just have this swing back and forth in the rounds.
Yeah, it's knowing that the operator's still in, well, pretty much operational on the side of something. Still good, kept economy leading into that big win. That big funnel from Halls might be a bit too tricky for that retake, but we'll see. Crystal has been holding on to this annihilation for the perfect moment, and Kelly S has his own operator to match something, but so far, statistics-wise, it does feel like something has been winning a lot of these 1v1s, these initial contact plays.
He has been. Oh, rushing forward. No way for Crystal to get the heck out of there. Boombot causes a little bit of a minor distraction. Paint shells to clear the close corner. Nightfall considered here from Alexi. Opts to send it over towards short. It's going to connect onto 4 players. His annihilation does get sent out, but will not find the touch. So kill not coming through, not getting that pull forward. Empty-handed here at the end of the day is Forsaken. Alexi, though, still fighting back. Finding Kohibi. Something has the op in play. Swing out from Poppy, exiting out of shower. Swaps now over to the Vandal. As Global Zipto get themselves closer and closer to this spike. 3v3, Forsaken slides forward, taking this close angle. Boombot reveals. Has to jump back. Here's the flash back up on top of the box. A push out of the smoke. Forsaken able to find the second. And now Inari is going to be forced to backpedal. Rotating in towards the site. Swing out. Forsaken immediately finds the 3rd headshot. And PRX not allowing for Global Zipto to continue nipping at their heels. They will stretch the lead by 2 rounds once more.
Woo, the killer instincts from Forsaken really in full bloom here. Knowing, hearing the satchel, smoke, the read that Kelly S is going to all go on top of the box as well. And having, just have these snappy shots.
Oh, shit.
I think at the very end he thought he was going to die to the spike. Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, clearly, PRX still having fun.
Molly.
Poppy just going to be sitting out the molly, trying to stop the approach here. Might be early rotations. I mean, full sheriff purchase. Only a couple players having these half armors, 2 without any armor whatsoever. Looking for the C's paint shells here. Poppy able to get back around the wall, though. Protect expected enough for the K. Will go away, and Alexi finds a great first shot. Jing getting taken down. Forsaken, however, turns his back over towards the teleporter, finds one, tries to remove the net. Poppy's able to swing out, finds that kill, and now the spike is going to be stranded. Suddenly, once again, potential thrifty here. For Global Zipto, but something is still fighting back. Annihilation gets dodged. Nightfall built up, sent, goes over towards the players, and Kohibi is ready, pushing back forward here into Hookah, mows them down for the 3K. And PRX, they bailed themselves out of a sticky situation.
Yeah, I thought that would have been another thrifty. This tripwire just gaining so much value from Ineri. I mean, just really force the push and just play through that contact. And of course, you get to see like Kohai be really happy about that one, especially the constant, presence that she's able to play out ever since Perlin as well. Kelly, yes, does have that showstopper, so I imagine this could be activated here as soon as they have an inkling that A might be that target.
Well, 1-for-1 over here at B. Long. Crystal able to take down Kohibi. They lose Ineri, so just a trade on the ciphers for here. As Prowler checking forward. Jing still feeling comfortable enough. Will grab the orb. 2 away from that showstopper. Looks like after that first contact and the trade loss over on B, PRX still wanting to rotate towards this side of the map. They'll start working their way back through. 3 players now set up on A. Crystal on his lonesome, needing to be the hero, needing to try to at least go equal, if not trade up here. Sitting on the line, the swing coming through, finds the first one, looks for the second, can't quite make it happen.
Yeah, sonic sensors
wide open now.
Gone. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a rough retake. It's going to be a travel. They're already rushing through. No ults for this except showstopper.
They're able to find one. Great combination. Forsaken going to be caught. Now the showstopper. It's already been built up. Went away from another paint shell here is Kelly S. And now with the player advantage, might just be able to make this happen. The Molly's already been committed. Nothing else for the post plant available to the side of PRX. The showstopper drawn out. Jing finding one before getting eliminated, but it all falls down to Tara. We heard her yesterday saying that this is her map. Can she prove that here once more? The defuse being held. The swing forward. Finds the first one. Tucks back around the corner. It's happened on the re-swing. Kelly S will be able to find the elimination. Bailing it GE out of yet another round loss. They get up to 4, but it's still so very costly.
Oh yeah. It was all boiling down to Kelly S, that lone player. And speaking of lone players, Crystal, all his lonesome onto Hookah, at least finds a trade to make this round a bit doable. Tara felt like it was so close for her to get this clutch, but Kelly S was just so ready for that peak. And now PRX, they do have a lot of ultimates to work with, including the neural theft. After that one orb, we'll have to see. Barrier mesh is constantly being a threat onto short. But showstopper right
sent
away.
Immediately. Jing glass packing his way in through showers.
Whoa!
Seeking target, sends it. Poppy going to be taken down. Just playing off of that lobbed in net. Lexi, kind of missing the opportunity there for a brief little moment, but as she turns back, we'll be able to find Jing. It's Ivy as well. As things get so very messy so very quickly. Just as C is available here for something as he gets the spike planted, shifts across more towards showers. The wall holding them back here for the moment as they swing out. Nothing spotted.
Over there.
Crystal, though, the reads have been clean. Can he get another one here? It looks like something's going to make it a little bit easier. Creeps back forward, but they're actually going to double tuck in through lamps. Sees Haunt. Their own net available. Lobbed in. Haunt quick cleared. As the Seas goes in. Swing out, looking for the headshot. He's able to find it, but the hold at the half already completed. Crystal will be able to go ahead and scoop this one up, and Global Zipto they run back these last several rounds and now have an opportunity to tie things at 6-6 on the half.
Oh boy, it's getting close to like Pearl once more as we get to see the catch-up. I love this combo, the Gravnet into the showstopper. But Alexi, a massive set of frags before she falls. And of course, boiling down to the 1v2 to get that trade on the board. Now, PRX back on the buys, but not exactly on the shields. Annihilation still available for Forsaken. Unable to use that so far, as things have been happening so rapidly once they enter the site.
I mean, they really have been. We have 3 ultimates nearly there, built up as well for Global Zipto.
Nothing there.
All right, Annihilation to check close into Hookah. Nothing going to be spotted there. Sensors as well as tripwires set up on the exit from this point. As there's the drop down. Nightfall crashing across, and Forsaken going to be gunned down. And Neri out from elbow, able to find one. Jing with the paint shell, finding another. Cam up over the top. Ping reveals coming through off the Neural Theft. Chaotic starts the cam, still not cleared out, and Neri still present. Top of the cage, looks for Jing, can't quite make it happen, but Kelly is recovering fire. Go ahead and find him. Brings it back out. Wide swings out of the smoke, using the boom bot as a perfect distraction. And it's so well engineered and piloted there by Neri. Thriving in the chaos. We get tied up 6-6.
Yeah, that was an intense amount of pressure there onto elbow.
Alrighty, we are back. Tied up 6-6 here at the half. A solid effort in the end from Global Zipto, running back 3 rounds in a row to bring us to this point. Now, we'll see who's going to be able to gain the lead as we go into the second pistol.
Another Bath's contention, a 4 stack at that. Tara has to be careful.
Corner here for now. Spots out play. Takes a good damage. Go ahead and try to throw in that net. Peek forward. Forsaken able to find one. Jing. His nade comes in as he arrives from behind. Frenzy in hand as well. Out of the teleporter. And the crunch play from PRX looks absolutely phenomenal. Looking like perhaps another flawless end it is here in the pistol. PRX will take the first step here in the second half.
That was over in an instant. I mean, we talked about better be careful if you're going to be stuck in between Hookah and the teleporter. They can do the same right outside of Baths. That's exactly what happened. The frenzy play coming from the side of PRX, just really decimating the rest of Global Zipto. Next thing you know, the round is over. It is going to be another stack of utility onto B, so they definitely have to think twice, as they may do it again on that teleporter play.
Clear out the haunt. Slow creep up. 5-man death ball, but something waiting. There's the net as he just swing the corner. He's thinking about it. Never mind. It's going to be Jing gaining vision first and foremost. As Forsaken and something, they will get a tiny piece of the pie, but the lion's share goes to Jing, who's now 1 away from the showstopper, going into PRX's bonus round.
It's the death crunch once more. I mean, it was an eco, but it's a little bit of a preview of what might happen. It take a bit of time. On the outskirts of Hookah. A judge could be waiting, a teleporter from behind. But this is now quickly onto the bonus. Everything was happening in a blink of an eye. And let's see how Global Zipto is able to take advantage of that. So far, unable to create any build-up onto the ultimates. Not as much, but hopefully this may be the round.
Slower start here. Steady creep up. Global Zipto just working their way forward here towards Garden. Probably to check. We'll get a brief little spot out there onto Crystal, so some presence going to be noted. Something like an interesting position to hold here. Wide corner with a judge in hand. Jump forward. Yep, not much you're going to be able to do there as Kellyas just arrives up over the top. The showstopper Jing immediately stomps him out. Pain shell sent. Teleporter needed to be taken, and already Tara still here on this A side of the map. Crystal waiting to see if there's going to be any kind of pursuit coming through. Nothing noted. Now makes their exit. Tara's just waiting here. Hugging on the corner. Even though there's still 40 seconds remaining. If this spike hits the floor, that may just be the end of it. Now, there's the clear out. Crystal with everything to do. Finds one, finds the second. Surely, you can't keep doing this. Pinged out, stunned for the moment, but the plant can come in. Re-clears it. Now, opts to go for the TP back. Counter-rotate, but it gets rid of the wall. That gets rid of the kind of chokeholds that he was trying to establish. Just the one sonic sensor as the plant comes in. About 9 seconds left to go.
10 seconds left.
Just the tap. The swing out.
Remaining.
Predicts it absolutely gorgeously.
Spike planted.
And Jing with 13 HP would have to be so on point, and he is not. Crystal, how does he keep doing this? The 4K to drag this round back.
The game sense is astonishing. The read, the mechanics to back that all up. Having to know that using the barrier mesh, fake a lot of these plants, knowing that there's 10 seconds on the clock, I still have room to bait this tap out for a peek to make it a 1v1. Everything is so crystal clear for Crystal.
Unbelievable. Just when it was looking like a little bit of a rougher performance from him on the map. And he goes ahead and pulls off something like that. Something, however, speaking of which, close corner, but immediately covering fire is going to be taken down as Forsaken ends up dying. Player advantage here to the side of Global Zipto as they look to tie things up at 8-8. Ooh, spot out to an Airy. They move up though, pressing forward, not anticipating Tara to go for the peek out of Lamp. So kill found.
Here.
My territory, my rules.
Here over the top of the drop down. Elias just dancing around. Bahibi losing track of him though. Doesn't manage to find Crystal before getting taken down as there's the Molly and there's Poppy getting burnt to a crisp. Elias now. Similar scenes. Low HP with everything to do. Has the showstopper. Something's pushing forward. But now he can't defuse. The plant is in. It's a clutch. It's another 4K. Back-to-back insane rounds here for Global to tie it up.
What
the
are we
hell is
witnessing?
happening?
I know, it's crazy. It feels like it's an anime fight after an anime fight, having a bunch of these kills to lead into the showstopper, and then I'm fine dying. It's okay, as long as there's no one to defuse. And there's Kellius. He's gonna be happy about that one for sure.
Unbelievable. And still no timeouts in sight.
Yeah.
Just a haunt send here as Crystal Outlaw at the ready. Knows that there's going to be basically zero armor. On the opposite side, Kohibi back away. Needs a tiny bit of damage here. Double setup in Hookah. Not finding too many targets coming their way, though. It's just an area on the opposite side, slow creeping forward. Thing with that Bucky may just be able to find something, but looks like he will not. Crystal's going to be taken down all the same, though. Kai be able to find that kills. Prowler chases into the corner. Lexi at the same time finding something. The spray just narrowly avoiding finding it, but eventually it's the blast pack of all things to come up with the goods. Bucky out. Jing just chipping away at them as much as possible, but it's only a couple of pellets connecting. So he'll grab a Sheriff. The teleporter will be taken by everyone on the side of Global Zipto. As now they look to slow things up a bit. Play it out a little bit more quietly. Nightfall, give it over to Alexi with the orb.
There.
If they open with it on this angle,
30 seconds
we'll
left.
connect onto just about everyone. Narrowly missing here onto Tara. So here comes the creep up. Jing keeping Tara protected, but Poppy's able to find one. And Jing he just does it right back to them. The 1, 2, 3 with the Sheriff in hand. What in the hell is happening here on Bind?
3 times in a row. You're getting back-to-back 4Ks. And that...
Oh, let's go. Woo.
Let's go indeed.
Oh my goodness. This is just some of the wildest swings that we've seen. Now PRX back into a 1-round lead. The push out, something gets a 2-for-1. Sees, takes them all so low, gets the no-scope headshot onto Poppy. And the crunch play will turn the tides, will change the pace, will change the trend. As PRX now get themselves up to double digits. No 4Ks this time around.
These rounds have been going by so fast, and yet slows down in the middle and then just ends in a very crazy climax for either of these players from Global Zipto or PRX for the 4K. And the meat grinder happens once more. Global Zipto has to think twice to be staying about hookah or outside of baths for a little bit. We'll see if they pick up the pace once more, because things are not going in their favor. PRX have been on fire.
Well, once again, slowing things down, not looking to have yet another crazy fast clash coming through. While we have this pause in the action, I just want to give a shout out to everyone watching this live, because this has been so insane between these two teams in the most brilliant way possible. So you gotta feel bad for the people who are going to be watching the VODs, trying to catch up and figure out why everyone's losing their minds over this one. Orbital Strike going to be sent out here. No one in lamps to receive that damage. Nightfall now crashing across, sent forward here by something. Gets a connection onto a couple different players. Forsaken looking for the setup there. Gets the reel in, does hit him all the way across over towards Showers. Gets the pull forward, and that's as Kelly S. Yep, will pop out of the net. It's a flawless round here for PRX, who want to bring this bind now to its conclusion. Just 2 rounds left to go.
Yeah, it was just zero visibility, tons of smokes across that entirety of A. It was Lamps that was this big defense that, you know, Global Zipto had to clear to take control of the entire side, but it was, again, something. I mean, that big constant multi-frag in that round. Now back to Eco for the Global Zipto. You haven't exactly seen the big thrifties, just like Pearl. It has been PRX just being in such an online lead.
See, the nade. Terra gonna try to get away from that, but just can't quite do it. Lasting long enough to be able to find the kill. Solid little set play here for Global Zipto. Getting a thrifty would be a great way to get themselves right back into the action. Right back into the trends that we were seeing earlier on. This camp set up. It's a spot out of the one, so he's able to find Alexi there. Taking him down over at Showers. Showstopper pulled out. No, Kelly S. just going to be sniped out of the sky. Something with far too clean of a headshot. Comes away with it. And the neural theft investment isn't going to lead to much. 2 players down, but still playing forward. PRX get themselves now up to map point.
This is going to be
This grand final, 1 map win away from closing it out, which would force Global Zipto to pull off a reverse sweep. Not a position you ever want to be in, but one that feels ever so likely here for the team, given the trend here in these last several rounds. You have to be thinking, if you're those players, is okay, PRX just did 4 in a row. We can do the same. Haunts out. Here comes through. Prowler. Back up. Comes in from Jing. Just making sure they keep this up. Obscured for now. Wide swing out. Something flicks up. He's able to find the kill. Alexi on the floor.
It's gonna be really rough. Showstopper. It's gonna find
Locked
a
in.
second.
And that's just brutality. Not much more to be done there. Smokes now just cycled here from Terra on short. The push forward footsteps going to be heard. Tripwire set up on the side. Kelly S just tucked behind the box. Terra thinking about it. Does she just go for the shots, trying to take them down. Swings out from the one side. Nothing going to be spotted there. Kelly S is able to find one, but now the ping reveal. Swing onto the corner. They take their targets. They nail it. As that is going to